Well, now, so I often get asked about fragrances that I just don't care for. Um, I don't like everything. You know, people just assume that because, I try to keep a lot of positivity on my channel, and if I happen to come across something that I don't care for, most of the time I will talk about it with you guys. And in this video, I have 5 fragrances that are just underwhelming for me. I don't necessarily hate them, but I don't necessarily love them either. Stay tuned. So starting with this first one, I did a full review on it not that long ago. It's a straight up cheapie that's a flanker to a flanker, essentially. It's from Salvatore Ferragamo. It's in the Pour Homme line. It is Subtle Pour Homme Fresh. So I'm not really choosing not to really focus, but that is okay. This basically smells like soapy shower gel, which isn't a bad thing. But for what it does, there's a lot of fragrances that do it better, even in the same price bracket. I paid $16.99 plus tax, title, and license from a Marshall's for this 50 milliliter bottle. It's not terrible. I'm not going to say it doesn't smell good. Like I said, it's a shower gel scent. It's just one of those fragrances that when I got it, had high hopes for it, because even though I don't wear the original that often, Ferragamo Subtle, it's still so much better than this one. I don't even know why this one exists, to be completely honest with you. That one's much more floral. It's actually got a little bit better longevity. It's fresher. This straight up smells like Axe shower gel, like Axe Phoenix or something like that, one of the blue colored shower gels. And if you don't have a bunch of soapy shower gel fragrances, then yeah, this might fit right along in your collection. It's a nice little cheapie that you can wear casually or on a hot summer's day, or right out the shower, which is all I really use it for when I do use it. But definitely underwhelming. Like I said, none of these, I don't hate any of these fragrances. I just don't love them. Don't even strongly like them. Some of these I'll still wear from time to time. It's just they're far from anywhere from breaking in the middle of the pack with my larger collection, and this is definitely one of them. So if you see it out there and you got a bunch of shower gel scents, don't hesitate to pass on it, because it's nothing special, to say the very least. And that's the newest flanker in the Ferragamo Pour Homme line. This is Subtle Fresh. Next is last year's flanker in the Azzaro Wanted line. And look, I had high hopes for this one, and I saw people were being underwhelmed by it left and right. And no, it's not bad, but generic is the right word for this one. Talking about Azzaro Wanted Tonic. Definitely on the generic side. This is a generic scent through and through. It's basic. It's a little citrusy. It's got a little spice. It's typical blue type of scent, but not even a good blue scent. Very, very generic. Very generic. I understand where this one gets a lot of meh ratings and even some hate from people. I don't think it justifies any hate, but it's not that great. Definitely the most underwhelming in the line. I haven't tried the newest flanker, Most Wanted, but the original Wanted and Wanted by Night are, awesome. So needless to say, when they were coming out with a fresher version, I thought that was going to be great. And while you can kind of get a little bit of a similarity to the original Wanted, I don't necessarily think this is a fresher tonic version of the original. I guess it kind of is, but basic, underwhelming, not a real strong performer. It's for someone that doesn't have a lot of fragrances, this fragrance is totally fine. It doesn't smell bad. It smells good. It's just when you get to it, to the point to where myself and you, most of the people that are going to watch this video, it's going to be a boring fragrance. It will be. It's an underwhelming release. They definitely could have did a little bit better with it. I'm sure they still sell some bottles, but I'm also sure that at some point this one will be the first one to get discontinued in the line, because it's underwhelming. But it's not horrible. Like I said, I still wear it from time to time. As it heats up, I might get in the mood for it and I'll wear it, but it's definitely not one of the first fragrances I'm going to reach for when I'm thinking bluish, light blue type of scent, because I have quite a few to choose from, and I have quite a few really good ones to choose from. So if you have some good blue fragrances, this can be a pass for you. Not a must-have, not a must-try. Very underwhelming, at least for me. It's Azzaro Wanted Tonic. Next is one that since I got in and did a first impressions on, I actually have not worn since because it just, it doesn't entice me to make me want to wear it. It's from Michael Malal, London. This is Spice 139. I'm trying to get it to focus. I really am. I know there's a sweet spot with this camera. Come on, one time for me. I don't know why it doesn't want to. It keeps wanting to focus on me. Not a bad thing, I guess, but not even that spicy. More woody than spicy. It doesn't, again, doesn't smell terrible, but it doesn't really smell that good either, and it's very underwhelming. It doesn't, nothing about the scent profile makes me want to grab it when I'm panning across the shelf that it's on and I'm trying to figure out what I want to wear for the day. Never does it dawn on me to say, ooh, I want to wear Spice 139. And that's because it just underwhelms me. It's not a bad fragrance, but for someone that loves spicy fragrances like I do, this is not that spicy, doesn't warrant the name Spice on it, in my honest opinion. Do I think somebody out there will enjoy this? Of course. There's somebody for every fragrance. And just because I don't care for it doesn't mean you won't. You can get sample sets for free from Michael Malal. You just got to pay shipping. I urge you, that's the best way to try everything from the house. I do like Visionaire. I have Visionaire and Visionaire Midnight Blue, which Midnight Blue is okay. Original Visionaire, which is basically a clone of Green Irish Tweed. That's pretty good. I do like that one. But Spice 139, very underwhelming. Probably one of the most that's why it's in this video. It's one of the most underwhelming fragrances in my collection. It's one that I just don't reach for. I just kind of have it, to be completely honest with you. And if nothing else, it made for being involved in this video. Definitely try before you buy. I preach that all the time because you never know what's going to be for you and what's not going to be for you. Even if it's something that others enjoy, it doesn't necessarily mean you will. And even if it's something that others don't enjoy, it doesn't mean you won't. And this is a prime example. Michael Malal, Spice 139. Next is one that you've never seen me feature on my channel before, not even for first impressions. I did this off camera for the first impressions on this one, and I don't think it stinks. It's interesting, but not really intriguing enough to want to wear it. It's from Ital Libre d'Orange. This is Armand et ma Côte. I'm not going to sit here and try to pronounce the whole thing. It just mainly it goes by Armand. It recreates walking through a rainforest, or walking through the forest or a field after a fresh rain. It definitely recreates that. It has this, damp soil type of smell to it. It's got this pepper club wood type of smell. That's a note that's in it. Pepper club, I believe, is what it's called. It's like a peppery wood, spicy type of woody scent. And like I said, not bad. It definitely makes me think of a rainy day. It really does. It accomplishes that for sure. But I never want to reach for it because it doesn't excite me in any way. And look, there's $10 fragrances in my collection that excite me more than this niche fragrance. I just got to be completely honest with you. I've tried to wear it twice, if I remember correctly. And not full wearings either, just sprays on my arm so I could get the full effect of how it's going to react on my skin. And I smell it floating in the air right now, and it's not a scrubber scent. I'm not saying I don't like it, I just don't care for it. There's two different things. It doesn't excite me. A fragrance has to excite me in some way, whether it's the freshness of an opening, the floral heart, some spices in there, a boozy nuance, or something's got to captivate me about a scent to make me wear it. Even something as simple as a Dior Sauvage. And this one just wasn't able to captivate me in any way, so it's one you never hear about on my channel. This is the first time it's ever been shown on this channel, because it's pretty underwhelming for me. It's not bad. I know there's some people out there that really like it. It's just not for me. It's underwhelmed me from the very first sniff, and it's another one that I continually, from time to time, I'll pull it out and I'll give it a spray. I say continually. Here and there I'll pull it out and give it a spray. I want it to grow on me. I do, because it's very, very unique in my collection. It recreates a specific setting, a damp field, essentially. As strange as that may sound, it definitely recreates that. Italie Libre d'Orange. This is Armand. And the last one that's, was underwhelming for me the first time I got a decant. I tried, I gave it several chances. I went so far as buying a bottle recently. It is my most disliked video in said short amount of time, because, God forbid, I don't care for a fragrance that you guys like. A lot of sensitive people out there. It sparked discussion in my fragrance group on Facebook for the post for the video. It's got 20 some odd dislikes already. Some of you know where I'm going with this. Mont Blanc Explorer. Look, I don't hate this fragrance. This is actually the fragrance I like the most in this video. I will wear it. It's just underwhelming. It's not as worthy of the massive amount of hype that it got, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, guys. Just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean either one of us are wrong. It's just an opinion, Like I said, I don't hate it. I mean, I'll spray it on me and sniff it a little bit right now, It's not bad. It just doesn't excite me. There's something a little off-putting in that opening for me. Dry down's good. I do like the dry down. It doesn't perform that well on me. I get about 5, maybe 6 hours if I'm lucky. Average performance. I'm okay with average performance. It's just one of those deals to where it underwhelmed me. That's why it fits this video topic so well, because I had high hopes for it. I tried and tried with a decant. I tried multiple times to give it a chance. Just wasn't working for me. Wanted to try again. Figured, let me get a bottle, let me get a different batch, factory sealed. Let's go that route. Still rather underwhelming for me. But the difference from this one to the other 4 in this video is I do actually like it. I just don't love it. There's people that love this fragrance. This is their favorite fragrance in their collection, and hey, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it, And I will wear it. I've worn it several times. I wore it out the shower again the other night. You'll see it in the next weekly rotation video, and it was in last weekly rotation video. I don't not like it. Just don't love it. It underwhelmed me for the praise it got. I don't think it's quite as deserving as it should be, and some of you are going to disagree with that, as you've shown me, and that's okay. But decent. It's okay. It's a good fragrance. It's just not a great fragrance to me. That's all. The only point I was trying to get across. Talking about Mont Blanc Explorer, one of the main fragrances that underwhelmed me for the amount of praise it got. Well, that's the 5 fragrances I wanted to discuss with you guys. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Aside from Mont Blanc Explorer, because I'm sure most of you have this or have tried it, have you tried any of these other 4? What do you think about them? Are they as meh for you as they are for me? I mean, it's all a matter of opinion. This is just my opinion on these 5 fragrances. There are people out there that love all 5 of these fragrances, and that's all good. Just because I'm not a giant fan of them, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all subjective. Everything is per individual basis. There's fragrances I'm sure that I love that you guys find underwhelming or meh. That's all part of life and part of fragrances and the fragrance world and trying different things. You're going to like some things. You're going to love some things. You're really not going to care for some things. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these, you give them a spray now, who knows? Might underwhelm you too. Have a good one, guys.